All right. What is happening, everyone? So we're going to try to do something a little different today. I'm actually just wanted to just do a little live stream so that way I don't have to worry about editing. As you can know, as you may know, whatever business you're trying to do, obviously your crochet business, depending on how you want to market yourself, your content and things like that, there's going to be like a process. And this is what we're going to talk about right now. So we're going to talk about the process, your business, and all the things you can start doing for 2021. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is being consistent and shooting for goals. And the reason why I say this is because right now, the thing is, if you put yourself in a situation where you're making patterns or you're trying to sell commission goods, do you have yourself a system in place? Do you know what you're going to do for 2021? Do you plan on saying, let's say, do you want to start selling tons of patterns, or do you want to start selling lots of commission pieces, or do you want to start doing services? Do you want to start, do you want to be an editor, a tech editor? Do you want to be a pattern tester? What do you want to do? How do you want to make money for your business? So let's talk about your business right now for 2021. So the first thing I want to talk about is, no matter where you're at before, like you might be at the point where you feel like you're ready to give up and it's just like this is something that's not working out for you. Trust me, just put the work in. It's going to work out for you. But the main thing that I've seen with my students, and the reason why I wanted to do this as well, is to let you know that it's about being consistent. It's about, you might not see the results now because you're probably not doing all the right things. You're probably doing way too much. And the thing is that I really want to tell people that, that are into learning how to crochet or learning how to start a business or anything it is to do something once and get really good at it. Mastery. So there's a couple books that I've read. Mastery is a good book. Again, I might put a link in the bottom, whatever. But the thing is, what I want to talk to you about is, once you're good at one thing, then that's when you can start doing the other. Like, for instance, if you want to be good at, designing patterns, well, then there's no need for you to worry about creating lots of contents, lots of pictures, lots of photos. There's no need for you to worry about Facebook ads or YouTube ads or marketing. You need to be good at this one thing that you do really well. And obviously, if you have a crochet business, that's something that you're already doing. Now, here's the thing. So once we start talking about your business, I want you to think about, how you can actually grow it. So I'm trying to make you think of an analogy. So let's talk about baseball, for example, for your business. Not everything you do is going to be a home run, and I want you to understand it. So you might not knock it out of the park. This might not be the best pattern. This one, like if you made a pattern, so what, you didn't get 1,000 downloads or whatever. It's okay. You don't have to hit a home run. You can still win the game by doing a bunch of singles. So, just got to play the long. You got to think about the long game, and that's what I try to tell people is like, that's the same thing for me. Like I created my own crochet business here. I didn't think I was going to be an overnight success. I knew that it was going to take 18 to 24 months or even longer. So it just depends on if you have the willingness to do it. And that's why I tell people, don't feel like, your business, you might have been doing this for years, you're not making any success. And the reason why I can tell you this is because you probably didn't have any focus, any real focus. And that's what the most important thing I want to talk to you today about is being focused on what it is you want to do with your business. So for instance, if you want to sell patterns, be the best at selling patterns. Don't do 10 other things until you master that first one. Then I'd tell you to go ahead and jump to the next part of it. So that's one thing I want to say is about being consistent. That's, to me, is like one of the most important things. So for instance, right now, I needed to make a video because I said to myself, for 2021, I want to do at least one video a week. Now, here's the thing. I don't like editing. So the next step for me would be to outsource my editing if I want to get my videos edited by somebody else. But the thing is, today I was like, you know what? It's the holidays coming up. This week I just really wanted to chill. I didn't want to sit here and do it. So just give you an example. If I film something that takes 20, 30 minutes to film, to make and edit, it's going to take me another 20, 30 minutes of editing. Then after rendering, it's another 20, 30 minutes. And then you upload and get to the thumbnails and all that stuff. That one whole process for making a 15, 20-minute video could probably take 2 to 3 hours. So what am I doing instead? I'm just jumping on a live stream right now because this is really easy. I know I'm still going to get content out and I'm going to be consistent. So that's just like with anything else. If you want to, take the same analogy of something that you want to get like a certain habit or a certain hobby or something you want to do, you have to be consistent at it. So your business is something you definitely need to start thinking about as far as being consistent. So for me, I want to continue to make videos on this channel. Now, last night I was actually out. I had my camera out. I was like, you know what? Let me start doing some vlogs. I did it. It was kind of cold. Actually, not kind of. It was really cold last night when I was out. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to start doing some videos, but I was like, you know, it's going to take me too long to edit these videos. And I wanted to get something out today. So what did I do? So I just popped this on and just decided to do a live stream instead. So let's see, I can probably show you right here. Might be able to see this. Yeah, I was out and about. You probably can't see what the light there. This is me and out and about yesterday. I was starting to work on my live streams. It's fun. I actually enjoy that. So I don't always have to be in the studio. And that's the thing is I wanted you to know you don't have to be in the studio to always do that stuff. And I'm actually about to head out. I might do a couple more videos because I like this stuff. So that's the thing is when you do something you enjoy, you can sit there and continue to do it all day long. So the thing is I want to talk about is with your business, there's three main things that I wanted to mention today, and that's why we're doing this. Is a podcast. We're just randomly talking, but I still have a goal for this. The first one is to tell you to be consistent, to don't give up. It's going to take a long time for you to do this. Now, obviously, there's many ways you can fast track your business. You can grow it really quick by two methods. One is to have a lot of money to advertise and just get it, just brand the heck out of it and get it out there. Or the other one is to play the long game, which is the way that I prefer you to do it. Is actually I prefer to do a combination. But the thing is being consistent with your videos, being consistent with your Instagram posts or whatever it is, whatever platform that you choose. I'm telling you today, so 2021, I want you to choose one platform. So whatever it is that you know that your target audience is at. So for instance, if your target audience loves amigurumi, well, where do they actually hang out at? Is there a certain forum they go to? Are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Where is the amigurumi crowd at? So that's where you need to focus your energy on. So make your content, make everything based off of that. The next thing I want to talk about is being consistent. So if you found your place that you want to be, your location. So for me, this is going to be on YouTube right now. I did Facebook. I think I'm really good at the Facebook part of it. I've been consistent. I've been engaging every week, 2 to 3 times a week. So my audience there knows me. Hopefully they're able to take part of any services or offers that I give them because I've been giving them value for the last 2 years. And the thing is, always make sure you give them some type of offer because you want to make it so that they don't think all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're trying to make money from it. No, this is a business. You have to make money. So don't be afraid to ask for sales. So that's the next thing I wanted to mention. But so going back to you and your business for 2021, find that one location where your prospects at. And again, don't think of your business as being something that you sell. Think of it as something you serve and you solve a problem for somebody. So for instance, if you know your target audience is a person that really enjoys stuff for they're a sports fan, they love a certain team or a certain college or whatever, can you make crocheted items in those sports colors? Can you make stuff that's going to be catered to that specific person? So I can tell you right now, sports fans are huge. I mean, obviously they're diehard. They're way into stuff. So if you can make something custom that they like, for instance, say for instance, if you talk about blankets. Imagine if you can make stuff that's the same color of that person's favorite football team or their favorite baseball, basketball team, whatever. That's going to be something that's very different and unique. And the thing is, you can find them because now it's easier to market towards that person. So what I would do in this situation, to give you an example, I love the Orlando Magic. And what I would do is I'd make a lot of different stuff catered in the same colors. Obviously, you can't use for copyright reasons. You can't license. You can't use Orlando Magic, like logo or anything like that. But you can make stuff that matches the same colors in that style. So the thing of what I would do, just to give you an example, I would make beanies in the Orlando Magic colors. I'd do an away team color and a home team color. I would make blankets. I'd make stuff because think about the person. Like if we weren't talking about basketball, because basketball it's an indoor sport. Think if we were talking about football. Like if people were outside, they're tailgating. Can you imagine them wearing your blanket? Like if they had say for instance, say I don't know, whatever team you want to think. Like I'm in Tampa, so it'd be Buccaneers. It'd be like a pewter. It'd be the colors would be the Buccaneers colors, so they can have a black blanket, they can have a beanie, they can have stuff like that to match. So now when they're out and about, they're tailgating, everybody can be comfortable wearing those colors. So not only do they have to buy the the Buccaneers stuff, they could buy yours as well. And that's the person you're going to be catering to. So now that you think about it, you're not just selling a blanket, you're selling some items for this Buccaneer fan or this sports fan. So that's how I tell people, it's like, think of your business in that aspect. Don't think of it as you're selling a specific item. No, you're selling towards the person. You're catering towards this specific demographic. So yeah, again, let's talk about, let's say you're big into amigurumi. Well, that person that you're making amigurumis for, are they big into say Harry Potter? Are they big into Star Wars? What are they big into? So that's the demographic. So instead of you making an amigurumi with just snakes, lions, dragons, and all random stuff, make stuff that's similar to what they would like. So if it's something like it would be like a a wizard, like the broomstick, or if it was like the wand or something. If you can make these type of items for that particular person, they're going to love all the stuff you sell. So the beauty about that, and the reason why I'm telling you that now, because I want you to think about your business as catering to a person versus you having a shop selling stuff. So let's take that whole aspect now. Think of the Harry Potter theme. So can you imagine if I went to your shop and you had all the different scarf colors, you had all the different beanie colors that matched like the Slytherin, anything to do with Hogwarts or whatever. Just imagine if you had a store that had all those colors. Now you don't brand yourself, you don't say, Harry Potter, whatever. But they kind of understand that's the theme they're going for. So imagine that person, like they would love to wear that stuff. So now, not only are they buying your scarf, they're also buying your beanie, they're also buying your blanket, they're also buying whatever it is you can think of that person may want because they're such a big Harry Potter fan. So that's the big thing I wanted to mention for 2021 is I want you to start thinking your business differently. Instead of thinking of you selling certain items, I want you to think of you're catering and you're solving a problem, or you're making something for a specific person. And trust me, there's so many people out there that can buy your stuff that you can even pick any niche. Like I said, you think of a baseball team, a football team, whatever. You can just pick just one and stick with that, and trust you'll have more than enough business than you need. And then from that point, once you master it, then that's when you go to the next team, the next movie or next franchise or whatever. So like right now, if you remember, what was it, Baby Yoda or the child? That was the big thing. So people were all over like trying to make, the Baby Yoda patterns and stuff. And again, that's licensing issues. So I don't want to, get to tell you to start creating those things, because that's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you to think of the concept, the idea of you selling stuff for the person that's the geek, the Star Wars fans or whatever. So that's the person you're making content for. So that's the next thing. And then let's talk about breakdowns or setting some goals for 2021. So what are your goals for 2021? Is your goals to have more time for yourself? Is your goals to travel more? Is your goals to make a lot more money? Is it to make just enough that you can still have the freedom and the lifestyle that you choose? What is your goal? And I tell you that because that's more important than anything else out there. That's more important than you making tons of money. That's more important than just being the best known whatever crochet artist out there. Whatever your goal is, that's the most important thing. And I say that because that's what's going to change your crochet business in 2021. When you tell me, like right now, if I asked you, hey, what's a good day for you? Like, what's a perfect week for you? What is something that would be a great working week? So you might tell me, well, I like to wake up around 10 o'clock. I like to crochet for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I want to be able to work part of my business, maybe an hour's worth of time, and, checking out emails or doing sales promotion or creating an ad or whatever. So then you tell me you want to go ahead and be able to go to the gym. You want to be able to, go out with your family. You want to be able to have a good dinner or whatever. So out of that whole time we just talked, there was probably 2 or 3 hours of crocheting because that's what you enjoy. And then it was probably 2 or 3 hours of you doing the business part, meaning like you're taking pictures or whatever. So think about if your day was this. If you really enjoy crocheting, you made an item that took you 2 or 3 hours that you worked on. Then you spent another hours of taking photos of it or doing some type of Instagram post or whatever it is. Again, we talked about this is your platform. So you decided to do it from that point. So now your day, you only really work 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours tops. If you combine 2 hours and 2 hours, that's a really good day. And that's something you enjoy that you're doing. And now if that's enough to pay your bills, if that's enough to pay whatever, whatever, like your lifestyle. So for instance, if you want to do a lot of traveling, you want to buy a lot of cars, you want to buy a lot of houses, well, you can't just sell 1 or 2 items. You got to start thinking of what items can you do that has the greatest scalability. Not everybody cares for that. Like, to be honest with you, I love money, but do I care for it? Not really, because I don't have those. I don't need 5 cars. I don't need a mansion. I'd rather have a tiny home. And in fact, there was a point that I was looking at buying Sprinter vans that just do a little bit of van life, because I can do what I do. Like, I enjoy doing this right now, doing live streams and talking and doing videos. I can do that from anywhere in the world, just as if you're a crochet artist, you could crochet, you could take your yarn and hook and go anywhere in the world. If you have your phone with you, you can take photos with you, you can upload them to wherever platform you want to, you can talk about it, you can add it to your store. So technically, you can run your whole business right here from your phone and with the yarn and hook. So think about how awesome that is. So that, to me, that beats anything than, like, I'm not a corporate person. I've been in the corporate world for years, but I prefer to do what we're doing right now. This is something that I enjoy doing. So I just want you to think about that. And then now we have your realistic goals. Let's talk about breaking it down monetary, money-wise. So let's say your thing is you want to make $2,000 or $3,000 a month. Let's just say 2,000 was your monthly goal that you want to make for your business or whatever it is that you want to pay your bills. Well, what's your price point of your items? How many of those you need to sell? So if you kind of figure that out, that's going to tell you. So you're telling me right now at $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 a year. Is $24,000 enough for you to live the lifestyle that you want? Obviously, if you didn't have any bills, if you didn't, if your car is paid off or your vehicle's paid off, or you had a really small rent or whatever, or if this is just some part-time gig and you're retired, whatever. There's so many different ways to do this, and I'm not going to tell you what your goals are because this is up to you. For me, I have certain goals of certain like monetary values that I want to hit. And for me, I know that I have to be able to scale really big in order to hit those numbers. And why am I saying this? Is because we're all going to have different needs and wants. Now, for me, I wanted to have a business that I'm able to run because I enjoy this part of it. I enjoy the delegating. I enjoy building the team. I enjoy the whole community part of it. So and the reason I'm telling you this, so I want you to see where I'm going with my business in 2021. My end game is to have a studio where I have multiple people in there that are crocheting daily. So they can go there, enjoy their craft, they can enjoy what they're doing, and we can do a live stream with them. Because I wanted to do actually, if you're not aware of it right now, I have on another page, I have what's called the Crochet Network. I wanted to have my own network, just like How to Food Network has its own network. I wanted to have my own network where I might have one particular person that does a show that's nothing but crochet alongs. I might want to have another person that all they talk about is amigurumi. Another person that all we do is just a get together. We talk about our businesses and how we're growing our business, what are we selling. I might have another person that all they do is talk about craft fairs. So I wanted to have a show, just like a network where it's just like a show, and that way you guys can go there, enjoy yourselves, because it's going to be entertaining for you, because now you're going to have a place where you can find all the crochet stuff you want. You can be around people that have the same similarities and same likes that you have. So that's my goal from there. And now as far as monetizing it, how do I want to make money from it? I want to get sponsorships from it. I want to actually sell ads on there. I want to be able to sell our patterns. I want to have courses. I want to do there's a lot of different things I want to do on there, and that's because I want to make revenue, because I want to pay them for their time and energy, plus it costs money to run these things. I mean, equipment stuff like the equipment that I have here is not cheap, and that came out of my own pocket, and this is stuff that I wanted to do. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, to think about your goals, and then from that point, once you know the amount that you want to make, you have to now reverse engineer it. So let's talk about your goal of that $2,000. Well, what's the price point of your item? Is it going to be $10, $20, $30, $100? What is it you're selling? And then how many of those do you need to sell a month to equal that number? So that's where I'm telling you, you really have to think about it. And again, my thing here is, I want to say my main goal for this channel and the crochet business and the Royal Expert was to teach you how to make a little extra cash. But that's not my true intention. My true intention is, if you're on this channel, I want you to make a lot of cash. I want you to be so inundated with money that it's no longer an issue you need to talk about. And the thing is, you could do that by following the steps that I give you. And I say that because everybody that I know that I've been talking to before, they thought small. And the only reason they thought small is because that's what everybody else was doing. They were doing the monkey see, monkey do. They didn't know that there was other options out there. To give you an example, what kind of stuff can you sell besides crochet stuff? Can you sell courses? Can you sell your time? Can you do consulting? Can you do workshops? Can you do retreats? Can you do, there's a lot of different things you can do. And I want you to start thinking of that instead of just thinking, what can I physically make and sell? And that's the biggest problem that I see that people have, is they're really good, they're creators and they're crafters, but they don't realize they're trading their money for hours. And that's one thing I'll tell you right now, do not do that. If you're able to create your content in a way where you can actually sell it or digitize it or make it so that you can make it scalable. For instance, here's one thing I would do. So say, for instance, you had a really nice pattern that you have, and you actually make that and you sell it. So let's say, for instance, your pattern was for a specific, say mittens. Just you make some fingerless gloves, because for right now people are cold, they want it. Obviously it's not going to sell all year long, so you have to think about those things too. But say, for instance, you're going to make this fingerless gloves. It's the dragon scale pattern or whatever. Now, how many people, or how many of these you need to sell a month to get that $2,000 mark? That's what you need to think about. So now at this point, you can start scaling your business by selling the pattern. So if you sell the pattern, that's, you can just put add money into it to scale that really large. And the thing is, it's not taking your time. Once you have it set up, it's just a matter of you throwing money in it and tweaking your ads out, and you can start making a lot of money from that. But now let's say if you wanted to sell those gloves for say 15 or 20 bucks. Well, how many of those can you potentially make in a day? You probably couldn't do 20 or 30 of them a day. That's just way too much. So what you can do is hire sample makers. There's other people out there that they don't want to have a business. All they want to do is just crochet all day long. You get yourself a couple of those, you outsource them, just say, hey, for $5, they just sit there all day. They'll love it. If you give them the yarn, you give them the pattern, and they'll do it. They make some money from it. There's a lot of people that are willing to do that kind of stuff. And I just want you to think differently. I don't want you to think that you have to make everything. So if you find sample makers to do stuff for you, have them make it. So if it's a $20 or $30 item you're selling, you can have somebody make 15 or 20 of them. Then now you have a stockpile. You have a bunch of them in your own shop or whatever it is you want to do. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. That's the main thing I wanted to mention today, was having yourself being consistent on whatever it is you're doing for the year. The next thing is, if you're not seeing results, just hang in there. You might have to tweak as you go. Obviously, here's the thing is, if you're not seeing the results immediately, have feedback from somebody. Get somebody that's part of your network or whatever, or even just watch the videos I make here and just try to see what is it that you're doing, why is it not working, and learn to start tweaking as you go. Because the thing is, I'd rather see you make a mistake in the first week and fix it than wait 3 months and then say, what did I do wrong? Because it can go far off in 3 months. So always, check in every week to, either check this page here or be in our crochet group, the crochetcommunity.com. Go there. You can start seeing what other people are doing, and just get, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Like, obviously, I actually have a class that teaches people how to, start their own crochet business, and that's what this channel, we talk about that as well. But today's thing is, I'm talking about your business and your goals, and you're being realistic about it, being consistent about it, and also making sure it's something that you enjoy. It's something you can do for a long time, because I want you to think about this as the long game. For me, so I can tell you right now, this is something that I want to do going forward. I've had multiple businesses in the past, and to be honest with you, this is the one that I stuck to the longest because I truly, truly enjoy it. It's not like I didn't enjoy the other one, but I got to the point where I was kind of bored of it. But this one, because I see the potential of so many people that are in this niche that aren't marketers. Like, I was into marketing, like internet marketing and online marketing. I was in the marketing space for years, and I saw the same thing over and over with them. And the problem with that is, it was always, what's the new platform? So as soon as a new thing came out, like TikTok or Periscope, whatever, that's what people are trying to promote immediately. And what I came to realize after years of doing this and having mentors was, nobody cares about the platforms. That's just another platform of selling stuff. It comes down to the basics. It comes down to learning who your customer is, learning how you brand yourself, learning how you can give value. Those are the main things. So it doesn't matter if you choose Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, TikTok, whatever. As long as you're doing those core foundation things, you can do it on any one of them. So the thing is, what I didn't like was, we call this the shiny object syndrome, was as soon as somebody in the internet marketing field taught somebody how to do something with marketing, as soon as the next next platform came out, everybody was making courses telling you how to start your business. Well, to me, that was just like it's a big giant circle. It's continuous doing the same thing over, just for the different platform, and I hated that. And the thing is, with the crochet business and the crochet world, I just see kind of the same thing, where people are trying to sell the same thing. They have the same looking Etsy shop. They have the same, because it's like they're following the same method that other people are doing. Out of, say, 100 people that I see, you might have one or two that I notice are actually really successful. The other ones just make a few bucks here and there. So I tell people, it's like, why aren't you studying that person? Why aren't you seeing how they made their business? And also, I want you to remember, this is a long game. Obviously, you can go to the fast track by doing certain things the right way. And obviously, again, the stuff that I teach in my Royal Solar Masterclass that tells you, we talk about your branding, we talk about your niching, we talk about all those little small stuff that actually, that's the thing you can do. Once you get that package down pat, then you can bring it on whatever platform you need to bring it on. And I told you earlier at the beginning of this video was to be a master of one first before you jump to the next. So I consider myself really good on Facebook. So that's why I decided to jump on YouTube, because now I know I can get a different set of demographics, different set of people into my world, can learn more about me, learn more about my business. And that's what I kind of wanted you to do the same. So find your platform first, find your audience, find out what it is or who it is that you want to market to. Find out their pains, like what is their problems, what is it they're trying to accomplish? Do they want to have new stuff for their house? Do they want home decor? Do they want some type of outfits? Do they want Do they want designer stuff? Do they want things for maybe like their pets? Like I can tell you right now, you would absolutely kill it if you did something designed towards pets. Because I don't have any pets. Well, I do. I have a tortoise. But if you have any like, dogs or cats, you know how much you spend on them. You know that you would buy them a little cute sweater. You know you'll do all kinds of stuff for these animals. So just imagine if your crochet shop was geared towards a certain animal, specifically whatever animal you have, and all you do is just make crochet items for that dog or for that cat, and now you sell it. So now everybody else that's also a cat lover, dog lover would see this. So now think about that. Now I know this is going a little further into like specific marketing, but I kind of want you to understand this. So going forward, I want you to see how this can change your business in 2021. So let's go with that example about dogs. If you have a, whatever specific dog breed you have, and you make, a dog sweater for it or whatever. Now just imagine it's a lot easier to market towards that than it is just saying you sell sweaters to certain people or sell baby booties or whatever, because now you can find groups out there that are dog owners. You can find, shops like, there's a lot of different shops online that have advertising on there. So for instance, Chewy.com or any of these Pet Superco or whatever, you could throw ads on those people's pages, and obviously they have pets. So there's a chance that they see it. They're like, oh my goodness, I love that. It's really cute. I want to get that for my animal or my pet. And that's how you can market to them. So now you're not competing against anybody else anymore. You created your own market by creating specific items for this particular item, this pet or whatever. And that's kind of what we talked about earlier when I mentioned sports. Same thing, you can find these sports people on certain sports pages, on certain Facebook groups, on certain whatever forums. There's a lot of different things you can do. So it makes it a lot easier to promote your crocheted items that are specifically for that person. So that's what I want to bring to your attention today. So hopefully you enjoyed it. We're at like 26 minutes, 27 minutes. I knew I could talk. I can actually talk all day long, but I just wanted to give you a little insight of what you should be doing for 2021. And I'm excited for that for you, and a lot of stuff you have coming. And also, you check this out. My video's done. Once I get this done, I'm gonna hit record, I hit stop, and I'm done. So I got my recording out of the way. I'm being consistent because I wanted to do at least one video a week. I'm giving myself 12 months to see how I can grow this channel, how I can grow my business. And once I understand this platform, and then I can start doing more stuff. But so you saw it in person. Again, I don't just tell you stuff because I just want to talk to you about it. I want you to see how I'm also implementing it. So for me, for my business, I told you I want to have this probably next year at some point, depending on, what the state that we're in with the world, if I can have some type of set where I can get multiple people coming in, or maybe we just do it all virtual. Either way, I still want to do the Crochet Network. I want to get that cranking out. I want to start offering you guys some courses. I got some other cool stuff coming up. In fact, I'm starting a tea brand. I have a tea company coming up. And so just think about that, the tea company. Why am I doing tea? Because I know people that crochet like to sit there and sometimes drink tea or coffee. So I'm catering to that person. So think about that. I'm selling crochet items to a person, or I'm selling items to a person that crochets. So I'm trying to find out what else does that person like, what books do they read, what places do they visit, what cruises do they go on. That's the stuff that I want to sell and offer them, because I want to get them to enjoy their craft and also enjoy my services that I provide for them. So take a look for that. You'll see that coming in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for joining me today. And I'm gonna probably do a lot more of these. These are fun, and plus now I can go out and do my business. I don't have to do any more editing. All right, ciao. See you soon.